Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone for today morning discussion. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, part of a BS Sadhaka program. I'm just saying if the live streaming is working or not. Great, it's working. Uh, so we are going to start our discussion from chapter number 9, the opulences of Krishna. Let's offer prayers together and then we'll look at the contents of the chapter. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनेति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषण्यवादी पाशतादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone once again discussion on teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will begin to speak to Sanatana Goswami about the opulences of Krishna. So I'll give you a quick synopsis of it and then we'll read the chapter. So first of all, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begins. Okay, let me do it this way. What comes to your mind if in case a question is asked, describe opulences of Krishna? भगवान के ऐश्वर्य के बारे में आप बताइए तो आपके मन में सबसे पहले क्या आता है? Just one point quickly. Yes, Ashok. हाँ, तो 6 फॉर्मूला हो गया. But what opulence? वो तो एक definition हो गया. ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य वीर्यस्य शशि. Cost of money. Okay, cost of money. What else? Opulences.
Venu Madhuri.
Okay. Opulences.
Vishwaroop.
Can do anything and everything. Huh? Okay. All right, more pug. So beauty is being addressed here. Fine. What else? Opulence of Krishna.
Only independent.
Madhuri. Huh? सहस्त्र लक्ष्मी. हम पर एक भी नहीं, प्रभु पे सहस्त्र लक्ष्मी. ठीक है, opulence, valid point. What else? Just unmute yourself and keep speaking, huh? जिसको जो input देना है.
Only independent.
Creation.
हाँ, one by one.
This entire creation.
Yes, अभी बात आई ना. The entire creation is the opulence of Krishna. And greater opulence than this creation is the creation of spiritual world. Okay, so that is the first thing. So spiritual world, then the material world, that will be described. What else opulences? What other opulences of Krishna? Opulence is Supreme Personality Godhead. जल्दी बोलो यार. तुम लोग क्या?
He is present everywhere.
He is
16,000 lives.
So omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Done.
16,000 wives.
16,000 wives. That's not an opulence. Krishna can have billions of wives. And he has Sahasra Lakshmi, isn't it? Hundreds and thousands. 16,000, nothing. But okay, from one perspective, fine. What other opulences?
His association with Radha.
His association with Radha is opulence, okay? Yeah, interesting inputs. Good.
He
Okay.
is like the thread that holds everything. Manigrava. He is
Okay.
the thread that holds.
Maya tatam midam sarvam jagat. No, sorry, not. Mata parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya.
Dhananjaya.
All right. So Mother Chintamani is saying on that, fine. Opulence. What opulence? He can fulfill everyone. His name is Varadaraj Swami. He can fulfill everyone's desire. He's Jagannath Swami. He's a sustainer of the whole world, whole creation, right? That's what Mother Chintamani is saying. Ashoka is saying, he is Varadaraj Swami. He can give any and every benediction. What else? What are the opulences of Krishna? He is the boss of all. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. That itself is an opulence, na? He is the master of all. He is Paramishvara. That is another opulence. What other opulences? Okay, raise your hands and then go ahead. One by one.
He is Swarat.
Swaraj, fully independent. Fully independent means he can do whatever he wants at whatever time, which means he is not bound. But in Vrindavan, he is not fully Swaraj. He doesn't seem to be fully Swaraj.
But there the Aishwarya is less. But there the Aishwarya potency is less in Vrindavan.
Aishwarya potency is less, but I'm just questioning your Swarat concept. But in Vrindavan, Gopi says dance. Krishna says, so be it.
So he independently agrees to be conquered by the love of his devotees in Vrindavan Dham. He is independent in that way.
So even the gopis asking him to dance is the will of the Lord. That is how he performs the thing. Like that. Yogamaya potency functions such a way. By the way, who is Yogamaya? Who is Yogamaya?
Subhadra Devi.
Radharan.
Paurnamasi.
Yogamaya is Paurnamasi. Who is Paurnamasi?
Mother of Madhumangal, grandmother of Madhumangal.
So whose mother? Grandmother hogi Madhumangal ki. Whose mother she is? Sandipani Muni. So Paurnamasi is the mother of Sandipani Muni, and she is not actually from Vrindavan. She came to Vrindavan, Paurnamasi. Because Sandipani Muni stays where? Ujjain, na? So Mother Paurnamasi had come there. So she is Yogamaya. She is the orchestrator of all the leelas over there. All right. ठीक है. So अभी पढ़ने में थोड़ा interest आएगा आप लोगों का. Fine.
My daughter said his way of thinking.
His way of thinking. Wonderful. Fully acknowledge. Thank you. All right. So let's take a look at it. There are 6 concepts Prabhupada mentions or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes. Let's begin with first. First is description of spiritual world and its comparison with material world. First paragraph. Since Lord Chaitanya is especially merciful to innocent, unsophisticated persons, his name is also Patita Pavana, the deliverer of the most fallen conditioned souls. Although a conditioned soul may be fallen to the lowest position, it is possible for him to advance in spiritual science if he is innocent. Sanatana Goswami was considered to be fallen according to the Hindu social system because he was in the service of Mohammedan government. Indeed, he had even been excommunicated from Brahminical society due to his employment. But because he was a sincere soul, Lord Chaitanya showed him special favor by granting him a wealth of spiritual information. So just an opening remark about Sanatana Goswami. So now begins the discussion. Anyone would like to read? You'll have to be on Zoom and you'll have to unmute. Anyone sign in here on Zoom? Okay. The Lord next explained the situation of different spiritual planets in the spiritual sky. The spiritual planets are also known as Vaikuntha. The universes of the material creation have a limited length and breadth, but as far as Vaikuntha are concerned, there is no limitations of their dimensions because they are spiritual. Lord Chaitanya informs Sanatana Goswami that the length and breadth of each and every Vaikuntha planet is millions and billions of miles. Each of these planets is unlimitedly expanded. And each and every one of them, there are residents who are full in 6 opulences. So can you imagine if you have a 3 BHK apartment in Vaikuntha Loka? If you start from the morning till the night, you cannot reach the end of 3 BHK apartment. So now question is, what 3 BHK apartment do you want? 1000 square feet 3 BHK or the size of unlimited length? Each of this planet unlimited expanded, and each and every one of them there are residents who are full in all 6 opulences, which means we are talking about Vaikuntha Loka. So it's called as Sarupya Mukti, Moksha, which means they look like Vishnu, but they are not Vishnu. What is the differentiating factor? If they also have 4 hands, they also have the same complexion, they also wear diamond bedecked helmet, and they have all the opulences as Krishna or Vishnu has. So what is the difference between Vishnu and all the Vaikuntavasis?
Somebody Kaustamani and Lakshmi, the heart of
Kaustavamani and Mother Lakshmi. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And each and every one of these Vaikuntha planet expansion of Krishna has his eternal abode. And Krishna himself has his original eternal abode called Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavan. All right. Mother Mendavani, please read in this universe.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Danat Pranam. In this universe, even the largest planet lies in one corner of outer space. For example, although the sun is 1,000,000 times larger than the earth, it still lies in one corner of outer space. Similarly, each of the Vaikuntha planets, although unlimited in length and breadth, lies in a corner of the spiritual sky known as the Brahma Jyoti. In the Brahma Samhita 5.40, the Brahma Jyoti is described as Nishkalam Anantam Ashesha Bhutam, or undivided and unlimited and without a trace of the modes of material nature. All the Vaikuntha planets are like petals of a lotus flower, and the principal part of that lotus, the center of all the Vaikunthas, is called Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavana.
Mother Anjana, read next. Thus the expansions
the expansions of Krishna in various forms as described herein, as well as his various abodes on the spiritual planets in the spiritual sky are unlimited. Even demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot see or even estimate the extent of the Vaikuntha planets. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.21. No one can estimate the length and breadth of all the Vaikuntha planets. It is also stated there that not only demigods like Brahma and Shiva are unable to make such an estimate, but even Ananta, the very incarnation of the Lord's opulence of strength, cannot ascertain any limit to the Lord's potency or to the area of the different Vaikuntha planets.
The prayers of Brahma mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter, verse number 21, are very convincing in this connection. Koveti Bhuman Bhagavan Paratman Yogeshvarote Bhavatas Trilokyam Kvava Katam Va Kativa Kadeti Vistarayan Kridashi Yogamayam. O my dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, Super Soul, O Master of all mystic powers, no one can know or explain your expansions which you manifest by your Yogamaya energy. These expansions extend throughout the 3 worlds. Brahma also says, Gunatmanaste Pigunan Vimatam Hitavatirnasya Ka Ishareyasya Kalena Yerva Vimita Sukalpe Bhupam Subhake Mihika Dvibhashaha. Scientists and learned men cannot even estimate the atomic constitution of a single planet. Even if they could count the molecules of snow in the sky or the number of stars in space, they cannot estimate how it is you descend on this earth or in this universe with your innumerable transcendental potencies, energies, and qualities. Lord Brahma informed Narada that none of the great sages, including himself, could estimate the potential strength and energy of the Supreme Lord. He admitted that even if Ananta with his thousands of tongues tried to estimate the large energies, he would fail. Therefore, the personified Vedas also prayed. And they said, My Lord, you are unlimited, and no one has estimated the extent of your potencies. I think that even you do not know the range of your potential energies. Unlimited planets float in the sky just like atoms, and great Vedantas who are engaged in research to find you discover that everything is different from you. Thus, they finally decide that you are everything. Hare Krishna. So far the discussion had been about the length and breadth and the vastness of the spiritual world and that of the material world. So spiritual world, you just can't measure the length and breadth. So vast are the spiritual planets, which are unlimited in itself. It is called as Tripad Vibhuti. Then discussion about material planet, Ekpad Vibhuti. Even we don't know about this material planet is so huge. The best of the devatas and sages, they fail to understand how things function. And then Prabhupada quotes here about scientists. They don't even know the atomic nature of a single planet. What to speak about the universe and what to speak about the whole creation. Like that has been described here. Now, just to again establish, to talk about opulence of Krishna, Sanatana Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talks about Brahma Vimohan Leela. Because Brahma is considered the creator of this world. So what kind of thing, what was his potential and potency that is being described like this? So all of you know of that. That is the next paragraph. I'll just summarize the whole story. So Brahmaji was once, this is after Govardhan Leela, all that has happened. Post that, Brahmaji was getting news that there is something amazing happening at Vrindavan. There is a small boy who everyone loves, and he is, this Putna Agasur. The news of the killing was also going to Brahmaloka. So there was Vrindavan Today Times, Aaj Tak. Every morning you'll get a Vrindavan news. Brahmaji, the moment he'll wake up, he'll get to see Putna is killed yesterday. Then day after tomorrow, Agasur is killed, like these things were going on. So Brahmaji is wondering how this small boy can do all this thing. We got to test him. Now, mind you, it is the same Brahma who, first of all, at the first place, on the request of Mother Surbi, went to Shwetdeep, prayed to the Lord, and Lord said, I will appear in Vrindavan. It is same Brahma, when Lord was in the womb of Devaki, came to Kamsa's prison house and prayed to the Lord while he was in the womb and while he appeared. And now it is the same Brahma who has forgotten that the Lord who I worship, the Lord who I invited is Krishna. This is called as Mahamaya, large bewildering influence. Anyways, so like this, Brahmaji decides himself, let me come and see who is this boy. He comes on his swan carrier, and he comes by the afternoon time and he sees all the gopas and all the cows are resting, kind of a thing. So first all the cows goes into the forest. So during the lunchtime, everyone is resting. And the cows have gone for herding. And the gopas will sit down underneath a tree and they'll have their lunch. So first of all, Brahmaji took all the cows. And then when the cows went away, and then the cows have not come back. So one by one, Gopa went to look for the cows. And when the Gopas went into the forest, they were already in the forest. When they went inside, all the Gopas also disappeared. And Krishna is saying, Are, Gai nahi aayi, Gopa nahi aaya. What happened? And Brahmaji is laughing, ha, 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 with his 4 heads in the mouth, ha, 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 ha. This little boy is bewildered. And like this, Brahmaji thought, okay, let me take a break. Let me go back. We'll come back after some time. And his 1 second is equivalent to 1 year on this land. Krishna went, and as usual, when he went back and when he entered Gokul, he entered Gokula. That's not Gokula that time. It should be Nandagaon, not Nandagaon. It should be Vrindavan that time. So he entered Vrindavan with his whole entourage, with all the cows, with all the gopas, as usual, as it was before. And Brahmaji is not here, so he's not seeing anything. And that's the whole story happens, a beautiful pastime. Now, everyone, prior to this evening, when Krishna will come back with all the gopas and the cows, everyone would look at the Krishna only. Everyone's heart will melt looking at Krishna. Even the cows, they would be, mooing, just, somehow attracts, Krishna. The calves, sorry, cows are there. The calves would be then trying to run towards Krishna rather than trying to run to the mother cow like this. However, today something unique happened when Krishna came back. Every parent felt deep sense of love for their child. The calves felt so great attraction to the cow, and everyone went to their respective, sons and the mothers like that, a mother cow like this. And this whole pastime continues for a year. Eventually, Brahmaji comes back, and he has hidden all the calves and all the boys in the caves. Brahmaji comes back, same time during the lunchtime, and he's shocked. Brahmaji's forehead are reeling. Shh, what happened? And he sees every cow, and every gopa is sitting with Krishna. And Brahmaji is bewildered. How can he break my magic spell and release everyone from the cave? How does this boy know where did I hide? So Brahmaji went to the cave where he hid. And he saw, when he entered inside the cave, there was nobody there. Then he went to the cave where the gopas were there. Nobody is there. And then Brahma comes back. And now he's I don't know how much you are able to understand the situation, Brahma. Can you imagine you playing a prank with your spiritual master? Imagine it's a morning japa time. Okay? And Guru Maharaj is going to go for japa. And you have stolen his bead bag. You have stolen his bead bag, right? I'm just giving that example because during japa time, the most dear thing to us is our bead bag. And now for Krishna, gopas and cows are the most dear. Now imagine you have stolen Guru Maharaj's bead bag and saying, ha ha ha, हम देखते Guru Maharaj हमारे कितने महान है, क्या करेंगे आज देखते हम. And you went around for 2 hours of walk, and you come back and you see your Guru Maharaj peacefully sitting and chanting on the same bead bag which apparently you stole. So, would you be nervous or not? Yes or no? मेरी चोरी पकड़ी गई. Yes or no? Which means I hid it in a place nobody knew. Now what will you come? My goodness. Looks like the security cameras have captured my act. Therefore, they found out where I hid the bead bag. Now my spiritual master knows I did it. Oh no, what's going to happen? Brahmaji was worried, anxiety, thousands and million times more you and I could be if we do this act. Oh no, this is not an ordinary boy. Don't tell me he's a Supreme Personality Godhead. Please, please, let this be a false. He may not be a Supreme, because if he is, what a big crime I have committed by attempting to steal his beloved cows and the gopas. Brahmaji was in a full anxiety. Like that, in full anxiety, he came to in front of Lord Shri Krishna, and Krishna was sitting peacefully. And all the gopas and all the cows were there. When he came there, suddenly Brahmaji saw, can you imagine how much anxiety your head would be reeling? And suddenly Brahmaji saw all the gopas and all the cows turn into 400 Vishnu. बोला भाई God, अभी तो एक विष्णु पता थे, इतने सारे विष्णु आ गए हैं. And then he was just trying to grasp what has happened, and suddenly all of them merge into little Krishna. अब बेहोश नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा इंसान? And with all his might, he fell at the feet of Krishna. And he said, I surrender. Pahi mam. Please kindly forgive me for the joke that I did. That's the whole pastime. So that's the opulence which is described. Lord can expand unlimited forms. Moving forward, next. Alay. Okay. Somebody would like to read here? You have it? Okay. Go ahead, Prashantu.
My Lord.
Next paragraph. Lord Chaitanya further explained that only Krishna Loka.
Lord Chaitanya further explained that not only Krishna Loka, but even Vrindavan, Lord Krishna's abode on this planet, cannot be estimated as far as potency is concerned. From one point of view, Vrindavan is estimated to be 32 square miles in area. Yet in one part of this...
32 miles means Bhu Vrindavan. There is no spiritual world. This is the Vrindavan on this land. That is what has been discussed. Go ahead.
The area of present Vrindavan, miles in area, the Vrindavan city is estimated to be about 16 koshas or 32 miles. How it is all the Vaikunthas exist, there is beyond material calculation. Thus, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proclaimed the potencies and opulences of Krishna to be unlimited. Whatever he told Sanatan Goswami was only partial, but by such a partial presentation, one can try to imagine the whole. While Lord Chaitanya was speaking to Sanatan Goswami about the opulences of Krishna, he was deep in ecstasy, and in the transcendental state, he cited a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 2nd chapter, 21st verse, in which Uddhav, after the disappearance of Krishna, told
Now,
Vidura.
this is a very interesting and important verse also. Swayam tu asa maya shayastri adhishaha. Tri adhishaha. Tri adhisha means he is the lord of three lands. Tri adhish. Adhin mein aana, under my control. He is the master of three lands. What are the three lands? Vrindavan, Mathura, and Dwarka. Which means these are the three places where Krishna eternally resides. First thing. Second thing, he is the master and the supreme lord, even of Brahmaji and Lord Shiva. Like that, this verse says. Please read the translation now.
Krishna is the master of all demigods, including Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the expansion of Vishnu within this universe. Therefore, no one is equal to or greater than him, and he is full in six opulences. All the demigods engaged in the administration of each universe, Brahmand, offer their respectful obeisances unto him. Indeed, the helmets of their heads are beautiful because they are decorated with the imprints of the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. It is similarly stated in Brahma Sanhita 5.1 that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and no one can be equal to or greater than him. Although masters of each and every universe, Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu are servants of Supreme Lord Krishna. That is the conclusion. As the cause of all causes, Lord Krishna is the cause of Mahavishnu, the first incarnation and controller of this material creation. From the Mahavishnu, the Garbhodakshai Vishnu and Karnodakshai Vishnu comes. Thus, Krishna is the master of Garbhodakshai Vishnu and Karnodakshai Vishnu, and he is also the super soul within every living entity in the universe. In the Brahm Sanhita 5.48, it is stated that by the Mahavishnu's breathing, innumerable universes are produced, and in each universe, there are innumerable Vishnu tattvas. But it should be understood that Lord Krishna is the master of them all, and
Hare.
they are but partial plenary expansions of Krishna.
Like this, Krishna is the source even of the first expansion of Vishnu in this world, that is Karanadaksha Vishnu. So now, Prabhupada will focus, or Prabhupada, I don't know, maybe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, will talk about how from revealed scriptures we learn that Krishna resides in three transcendental places. All right. Nikhil Prabhu, read.
Hare Krishna Vidura Pranam. From the revealed scriptures, it is understood that Krishna lives in the three transcendental places. His most confidential residence is Golok Vrindavan. It is there that he stays with his father, mother, and friends, exhibits his transcendental relationships, and bestows his mercy upon his eternal entourage. There, Yogmayas acts as his maidservant in the Ras Leela dance. The residents of Vraj Bhumi think the Lord is glorified by particles of his transcendental mercy and affection. And due to his merciful existence, we, the residents of Vrindavan, have not the slightest anxiety. As stated in the Brahma Samhita 5.43, in the spiritual sky, all the vacant planets which make up Vishnu Lok are below the planet known as Krishna Lok, Golok Vrindavan. On that supreme planet, the Lord enjoys his transcendental bliss in multiple forms, and all the opulences of the Vaikuntahs are fully displayed on that one planet. Like Krishna, his associates are also full with six opulences. In the Padma Puran, Uttarakhand 255-57, it is stated that the material energy and the spiritual energy are separated by the Virja river. That river flows from the perspiration of the first Purush incarnation. On the far bank of the Virja is the eternal nature, unlimited and all blissful, called the spiritual sky, the spiritual kingdom or the kingdom of God.
Hare Krishna. Mother Priyanka, read the next paragraph.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam.
Yeah.
Next paragraph. From Brahma.
The spiritual planets are called. You can see on the screen.
The spiritual planets are called Vakunthas. There is no lamentation or fear there. Everything is eternal. The spiritual world has been calculated to comprise 3/4 of the energies of the Supreme Lord, and the material world is said to comprise 1/4 of his energy. But no one can understand what this 3/4 is, since even this material universe, which comprises only 1/4 of his energy, cannot be described. Trying to convey to Sanatan Goswami something of the extent of 1/4 of Krishna's energy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cited as an incident from Srimad Bhagavatam, in which Brahma, the Lord of the universe, came to see Krishna at Dwarika. When
Hare Krishna. So I'll summarize this past time. So just to help us understand the extent of this material creation and of the spiritual world, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted a pastime. And he said once, it is mentioned that how Brahmaji had come to meet Krishna at Dwarka. So when he came, the doorkeeper asked him, "Sir, who are you?" Brahmaji said, "I am Brahma. Go and tell your master, Brahma has come." So he went to meet Krishna. He said, "My dear Lord, Brahmaji has come." Krishna said, "All right. This is my message. Go and give my message to him." So the servant came, the doorkeeper came to Brahmaji. Brahmaji said, "So, what is the message?" And he said, Krishna asked, "Which Brahma?" Brahmaji bole, "Which Brahma? What do you mean Brahma? Go and tell your Lord, I am the Brahma, the four-headed Brahma, the father of four Kumaras." So all right. So he went inside and Krishna said, "Oh, that Brahma, send him inside." So Brahmaji went inside. Brahmaji right in face of Dwarkadish Krishna. So Krishna said, "So Brahmaji, what can I do for you?" Brahmaji said, "Wait a second. Keep that aside. First you answer my question. Why did you ask this question? Which Brahma? What do you mean by which Brahma?" Krishna said, "Oh, wait a second. Let me tell you which Brahma." And then he invited Brahmas from all the material universes. And then when all the Brahma from all the universes began to come, then our Brahma realized he is the tiniest of all the Brahmas. There were Brahmas of up to heads, 1 lakh heads, 100,000 heads like that. Those whole story goes on. So that's what it is mentioned here. Upon hearing this, Krishna smiled and at once called for many Brahmas from many universes like this. Upon seeing this wonderful exhibition, the four-headed Brahma became nervous and began to think of himself as no more than a mosquito in the midst of many elephants. Since so many demigods were offering obeisance to the lotus feet of Krishna, Brahma concluded that unlimited potency of Krishna could not be estimated. All the helmets of various demigods and Brahma shone brightly in the great assembly, and the prayers of the demigods made a great sound. "Dear Lord," the demigod said, "it is your great mercy that you have called us to see you. Is there any particular order? If so, we'll carry it out once. There's nothing special we required of you." Lord Krishna replied, "I only wanted to see you together one time. I offer my blessings to you. Do not fear the demons." By your mercy, everything is all right, my dear Lord. There are no disturbances at present, for by your incarnation, everything is inauspicious is vanquished. All right. Mother Rima, your hand was up. Please read the next paragraph. As each Brahma saw Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. As each of the Brahmas saw Krishna, each thought that he was only within his universe. After this incident, Krishna wished all the Brahmas farewell, and after offering respects to him, they returned to their respective universes. Upon seeing this, the four-headed Brahma at once fell down at the feet of Krishna and said, "What I thought about you at first was all nonsensical. Everyone may say that they know you in perfection, but as far as I am concerned, I cannot begin to conceive how great you are. You are beyond my conception and understanding. This particular This particular universe is only 4,000 million miles broad. Krishna then informed him, but there are many millions and billions of universes which are far, far greater than this one. Some of these are many trillions of miles broad, and all these universes require strong Brahmas, not just four-headed. Krishna further informed Brahma, this material creation is only a quarter manifestation of my creative potency. 3/4 of my creative potency is in the spiritual kingdom. After offering obeisances, the four-headed Brahma parted from Krishna, and he could understand the meaning of the Lord's 3/4 energy.
Hare
Lord,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So 3/4 energy, 3/4 energy, and 1/4 spiritual world and the material world. So the Lord, oh, screen कहाँ गया? ठीक है. The Lord is therefore known as Trayadishwaraha, name indicating his principal abodes as Gokula, Mathura, Dwarka. These three abodes are full of opulences, and Lord Krishna is the master of them. Situated in his transcendental potency, Lord Krishna is master of all transcendental energies. His full with six opulences, because he is master of all opulences, all Vedic literatures claim Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this was a discussion about Lord's abode, and his Brahma Vimohan Lila, about how he manifested, expanded himself. And then another incident along with Brahma, where Brahmaji got to know that there are unlimited universes and Krishna's opulence cannot be estimated. Now comes another concept of Lord's opulences, and that is unlimited pastimes. Because Lord incarnates, expands into various forms, and in each form he has different pastimes. As Vamanadev, he delivered Bali Maharaj. As Varadev, he delivered Hiranyaksha and also Mother Earth. As Nrsimhadev, he delivered Hiranyakashipu and also delivered Prahlad Maharaj. Not delivered Prahlad Maharaj in that sense, but fulfill the desire of Prahlad Maharaj like this. As Matsya Avatar, he delivered. As Matsya Avatar, whom did he deliver? King Satyavrat. King Satyavrat. As Matsya Avatar, he delivered like this. So different. Hayagriva, as Hayagriva, whom did he deliver? What did Hayagriva do? Restore the lost Vedas. So like this, Lord comes, he performs as Ramana. As Ram, whom did Lord deliver? Ravana. So like this, Lord comes and performs unlimited pastimes in his unlimited avatars. As Parshuram, whom did he deliver? The Kshatriya race, corrupted race. Shakti Avish avatar, like this. And as Srila Prabhupada, whom did he deliver? All of us. As a Shakti Avish avatar. So that's the point. So now that would be the discussion meaning. All right, go ahead, read. Lord Chaitanya then sang a nice song.
Lord Chaitanya then sang a nice song about the opulences of Krishna, and Sanatana Goswami listened. All the pastimes of Krishna are exactly like the activities of human beings. The Lord sang. Therefore, it is to be understood that his form is like that of a human being. Indeed, a human being is but an imitation of his form. Krishna's dress is just like that of cowherd boys. He has a flute in his hand and he seems to be just like a newly grown youth. He is always playful, he plays just like an ordinary boy. Lord Chaitanya then told Sanatan Goswami about the beautiful aspects of Krishna. He said that one who understands these beautiful qualities enjoys an ocean of nectar. The Yogamaya potency of Krishna is transcendental and beyond the material energy, but the Lord exhibits his transcendental potency even within this material world just to satisfy his confidential devotees. Thus, he appears in the material world to satisfy his devotees, and his qualities are so attractive that Krishna himself becomes eager to understand himself. When he is fully decorated and stands with his body curved in these ways, his eyebrows always moving and his eyes so attractive, the gopis become enchanted. His spiritual abode is at the top of the spiritual sky, and he resides there with his associates, the cowherd boys, the gopis, and all the goddess of fortune. It is there that he is known as Madan
Madan
Mohan.
Mohana. All right, Madanidhi, read the next paragraph.
Hanji. There are many different pastimes of Krishna,
Hare
such
Krishna.
as. Can you hear me?
There are many different pastimes of Krishna,
Yeah.
such as pastimes in the form of Vasudev,
Prabhuji,
Sankarshan.
can you hear me?
Oh, reading. So why not audible?
Online we can hear Prabhuji.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My speaker was muted because if I have to allow a local devotee. Madan, Nidhi, continue, please read.
Hanji. All right. There are many different pastimes of Krishna, such as his pastime in the forms of Vasudeva and Sanskarsana.
Sankarshan.
Sanskarsana. Okay. Sankarshan. In the material sky, he performs pastimes as a first Purusa incarnation, the creator of the material world. There are also pastimes in which he incarnates as a fish or a tortoise or takes the forms of Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, incarnations of the material qualities. In his pastimes as an empowered incarnation, he takes the forms of King Pruthu, and he also performs pastimes as the super soul in everyone's heart and as the impersonal Brahman as well. Among
Continue.
Krishna's yeah, among Krishna's innumerable pastimes, however, the most important are his human like activities, frolicking in Vrindavan, dancing with gopis, playing with Pandavas on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and playing in Mathura and Dwarka. And his most important pastime in the human form are those in which he appears as a cowherd boy, a newly grown warm youth who plays a flute, just a partial manifestation of his pastime in Goloka. In Gokul, Mathura, and Devarati and Dwarka can overflood the whole universe with love of Godhead. Everyone can be attracted by the beautiful qualities of Krishna. The manifestation of Krishna's internal potency, Yogamaya, is not exhibited in the part of the kingdom of God comprising of the Vaikuntha planets, but Krishna does exhibit the internal potency within the universe when he descends from his personal abode out of his inconvincible mercy. Krishna is so wonderful and attractive that he himself becomes attracted by his own beauty. And this is the proof that he is full of inconvincible potencies. As far as the ornaments decorating Krishna's body are concerned, it appears that they do not beautify him, but they themselves become beautiful simply by being on his body. Always standing in a three curved way, he attracts all living entities, including the demigods. Indeed, he even attracts the Narayana form who presides in every Vaikuntha planet.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you everyone for joining in. This was again a summary study on this topic of opulences of Krishna. Now, next would be, after understanding the greatness of the Lord, would be the sweetness of the Lord, that is the beauty. And after describing the beauty of Krishna, then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will speak about the service or service attitude, service to the Lord, like this. And finally, Bhagwan has been discussed, Bhakti has been discussed, and then Bhakta would be described. So right now we are discussing about Bhagwan, and the next Bhakta will be described, and then, Bhakti will be described, and then finally Bhakta, the devotees. What are the devotees of the Lord? That will be described like this. All right. So we conclude here for today. Anyone has any comments or anything to say? Maybe one input. If not, we conclude here. All right. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai.